Okay, so good morning. We're going to be starting a new project. Today is going to be a hydroponic system to grow some vegetables. I got some 4-inch pipe from Home Depot. They cut it in half. I think it was 10 inches or 10 feet long, and a 27 quart tub, some additional PVC, the thick stuff, and a few attachments. I did order some hydroponic stuff, which I'll show later on, and so let's get going on this. Hey Stewie, you ready? Yeah, let's get going. Okay, so I measured just the height of where this will be, and I marked it right there to note how tall I need to start measuring from there all the way up as far as where my cuts go. Okay, so if you can see, I measured, and there are 4 rows of cuts on my pipe. They're offset. Each one of them is about 4 inches long, and I used a grinder. Then what I did is I have my 2-inch little pot for my hydroponic system. So I'm like, I may have cut these too wide here. So I thought, well, I don't want to make the holes. I got my boyfriend's heating gun from his hockey sticks. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat them up and shove the bottles in, right, Stewie, right there. And no, Stewie. And so I marked the bottle how far deep I should go. So Stewie's got a little bit of plastic on his face. Get that off. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to work right or not. I think I may have cut him too long. I'm going to try and do this I need a tripod or something. Okay, so trying to shove this in there like that up to the line, and that's about right. I don't think I'm heating the back far enough to give it enough balance. You can see I put the first one in, and so once it's in there I spray some water on it, but I only got 2 hands and I don't have a tripod. So let's see how this works. Okay, so I sprayed some water on it, letting it sit there for a little bit, and let me take it out. See, I think this is supposed to be concaved a little bit more, but it's doing the job right, so the pot is sitting in there just right. Okay, so I'm making progress, and Stewie is covered with all the little shavings. I think somebody's going to need a bath today. Okay, so I got one whole side done, and there's 4 different sides. Getting better and a little bit more efficient as I go. Okay, I finished my very first one. It looks pretty good. I got a little more efficient as time went on. So you can see each one of these will fit one of the pots. Let me grab it. And as I was going through, each time that I did one, I tested to make sure that the pot fits in. So if you can see through the top, all those little pots are going to be sticking out there. The water bounces around, and with the nutrients should provide enough water, aeration into the water, and nutrients. So what I will be doing is putting them in here, cutting a hole through the top, and I'll be able to get other pots because I got a really big 27-foot bin. My pump doesn't come in till tomorrow, so wish I didn't have to wait, but I'm gonna have to. So right now I have gotten both of my posts completely cut and formed, and so now I'm looking at making holes into the top of my 27-gallon container, and I'm using the top of the lid to draw a circle around here. So then I will drill holes and cut it out. So I got the holes cut and we should be good to go. Got 2 circles, we'll get a drill and a saw and we'll get going, right? Right. Okay, so what I decided to do is to use my cutting wheel on my grinder to cut some holes in it. This, not very cool. But then there were parts in it that didn't go all the way through, so I'm using the heating gun to heat it up and to cut through with an X-Acto knife, and it worked out pretty well. So the first one fit in there perfectly, but the second one, the hole, you can see this is a male female. This is a female part. It's a little wider, so I'm going to try and heat it up and make it all a little bit more narrow. Okay, so since they all fit in there, both of them fit in there really nice, I am threading my PVC flexible up there. Now that's going to go to a T with the pump, so I think I'm going to have to notch out each of these so I can accommodate that, but it's looking pretty good. Okay, so I made these little things out of cheap plastic. If you have a peanut butter cup lid or something like that for your peanut butter would work. I am just putting the center hole into the main water feed, and that way it'll disperse the water a little bit more. See, I've put this one in there because it's leaning against one side. I think that might help disperse the water a bit. So Stewie does not want to finish this video with me. All he wants is his toy. He got his bath. So I'll finish without him. Well, I'm pretty happy with the way that it turned out. With the cuts that I did notch the bottom for the hose to fit better in the back. And I'm not happy that we have to wait for the pump, but it'll come through Amazon tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe and like the video. Another video to follow with how this works.